Three legendary all-wheel drive icons. Three very different philosophies. One straight strip of asphalt. On one side, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution, a name built on rally dominance and raw, no-nonsense performance. On the other, the Subaru WRX STI's spiritual successor, the Impreza, carrying decades of turbocharged all-wheel drive heritage. And then there's the wild card, the Toyota GR Corolla, a modern hot hatch that's been shocking everyone with how fast it really is. On paper, these cars shouldn't be equals. Different engines, different weights, different eras. But when the lights go out and it's pedal to the floor, specs don't matter, results do. So which AWD legend launches hardest, pulls the fastest, and crosses the line first? The answer might not be the one you expect. To understand why this drag race matters, you have to look at what each of these cars represents. The Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution was never built to be comfortable or flashy, it was engineered to win. Born from rally stages and sharpened for the street, the Evo became a symbol of raw performance, turbocharged power, and relentless all-wheel drive grip. Even years after production ended, it still holds legendary status among enthusiasts who believe driver connection matters more than luxury. The Subaru Impreza carries a similar DNA, but with a different personality. Subaru built its reputation around symmetrical all-wheel drive and turbocharged balance, creating cars that could handle rough weather, tight corners, and everyday driving without losing their sporty edge. The Impreza has long appealed to drivers who want speed with usability, a car that feels just as confident on a commute as it does in a hard launch. Then there's the Toyota GR Corolla, a modern interpretation of performance that breaks the rules. It looks like a compact hatchback, but underneath, it hides a serious performance mission. Developed with motorsports influence and aimed directly at driving purists, the GR Corolla represents a new era where smaller, lighter cars are challenging older performance legends. This comparison brings three generations together, past, present, and future, and puts them head-to-head where excuses disappear. In a straight-line drag race, reputation doesn't win traction, power delivery and execution do. And that's where things get interesting. Now that the stage is set, it's time to look at what each of these cars brings when the countdown starts. Because while they all share all-wheel drive and turbocharged performance, they approach speed in very different ways. The Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution feels like it's wound tight even before it moves. Its aggressive stance, flared fenders, and purposeful design make it clear this car was built with competition in mind. Under the hood, the turbocharged engine delivers its power with a sharp, urgent punch. When you imagine launching an Evo, it's all about instant grip, the kind that slams you back into the seat as all four wheels claw at the pavement. There's a rawness here that modern cars often smooth out, and that raw feel is exactly why the Evo still commands so much respect. The Subaru Impreza brings a more balanced personality into the race. Visually, it's less extreme, but that doesn't mean it's less capable. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system is famous for consistency, especially when launching hard. Power delivery feels smoother, more predictable, and confidence-inspiring. You can picture the Impreza squatting slightly as it launches, maintaining composure while steadily building speed. It might not feel as aggressive as the Evo off the line, but that stability can make a big difference once the race is underway. Then there's the Toyota GR Corolla, the newest and arguably the most surprising competitor here. Compact, lightweight, and deceptively aggressive, it doesn't look like it belongs in the same conversation as these legends until it moves. The GR Corolla's turbocharged three-cylinder engine delivers power in a punchy, energetic way, and its modern all-wheel drive system allows it to send power where it matters most. Picture a car that launches hard, stays planted, and keeps pulling longer than you expect. It's quick, responsive, and built with modern performance tuning that favors efficiency as much as speed. Inside each car, the philosophies continue to differ. The Evo's interior feels purpose-built and driver-focused, prioritizing control over comfort. The Impreza offers a more everyday-friendly cabin, blending practicality with sportiness. The GR Corolla, meanwhile, mixes modern tech with a stripped-back performance vibe, reminding you this is a car designed to be driven hard. And when it comes to numbers, this is where assumptions start to crack. Weight, gearing, and power delivery all play massive roles in a drag race, sometimes more than raw horsepower alone. One of these cars has the advantage of the line. Another starts pulling harder as speeds rise. And one might surprise everyone by doing both. But which one actually puts it all together when the lights go green? The answer isn't as obvious as the badges suggest, and that's exactly what we're about to find out. This is where everything comes together. The cars are lined up, engines loaded, all-wheel drive systems primed, and the tension is real. When the launch happens, the Evo reacts instantly. It explodes off the line with that familiar aggressive bite, gripping hard and jumping ahead in the first few moments. It feels mechanical, raw, and relentless, like it's daring the others to keep up. But almost immediately, the Subaru Impreza starts doing what it does best. It doesn't panic. It doesn't fight for traction. It just goes. Smooth, composed, and steady, it stays right in the Evo's shadow, proving that balance and consistency can be just as powerful as brute force. As speeds build, the gap stays tight, closer than many would expect. Then comes the real twist. The GR Corolla, which looked like the underdog on paper, refuses to be left behind. Once it hooks up, it starts pulling harder than expected, its lighter weight and modern tuning clearly working in its favor. You can almost feel the shock as it surges forward, closing the distance and forcing the older legends to defend their reputations. This isn't just competitive, it's uncomfortable for cars that were once untouchable. Halfway through the run, the dynamics shift again. One car begins to lose its early advantage. Another finds its rhythm at speed. And the third keeps pulling with a determination that feels almost unfair given its size. This is the moment where expectations flip. What you thought would dominate suddenly doesn't look so certain. As they charge toward the finish, it's clear this isn't a clean, predictable win. The margins are tight. The results are closer than anyone expected. And depending on where you are watching from, you might already be questioning everything you assumed about these cars. So when the line is finally crossed,